Hi, welcome to Kidney Action Week 2025. My name is Sheena Patel. I'm the Director of Public Education at the American Kidney Fund, and I'm really excited to be here today. The title of today's session is Know Your Kidneys and Build a Plan. I'll be talking about AKF's Know Your Kidneys campaign and highlighting three tools: the Know Your Kidney numbers, the Know Your Cause, and the Know Your Plan tool. These tools were developed to better help people like you understand your kidney health, including what your lab values mean and receiving resources that are tailored to meet your needs. So before we begin, I would also like to thank Travere Therapeutics for sponsoring this session. On the next slide here, you can see the objectives for today's presentation. Today, I will guide you through each tool, highlighting the questions and showing you the results and report summary that each tool provides. And then we'll hear from three individuals consisting of patients, caregivers, and healthcare providers that will share how they've used the tool in their health journey and how it's benefited them. And as you will see throughout this presentation, each tool is really designed to help individuals gain a deeper understanding of their kidney health, from prevention and management to identifying the cause of their kidney disease. And to creating kind of a plan to therefore then manage. So I'd like to share some stats with you. On this slide, you can see these stats both support and show how important our work is. An estimated 35.5 million Americans have kidney disease, and it is the fastest growing non-communicable disease in the US. Kidney disease is a silent killer, usually with no signs or symptoms until later stages. And early detection is therefore key and can save lives. Kidney disease is not reversible, but it is treatable. And when it's caught early, it's often possible to slow or stop the progression of kidney damage. And in supporting individuals to be proactive about their kidney health, AKF has developed these three tools that I'm going to be talking to you about today. So before I dive into the tools themselves, I want to take you through each tool using an example case study patient. So you can meet Jane here on this slide. She's a 55-year-old female. She's recently found out that she has early signs of kidney disease, but she wants to better understand what her labs mean and potentially what could have caused her kidney disease and kind of help build a plan. So now I'm going to share my screen here and take you through each of the tools. All right. So to get started, we have the Know Your Kidneys landing page here, which highlights the three tools: the Know Your Kidney numbers, the Know Your Cause, and the Know Your Plan tool. And we will drop that hyperlink in the chat, but it's kidneyfund.org/knowyourkidneys. So the first tool, Know Your Kidneys, we click on there. We are launched to the Know Your Kidney numbers tool. So let's get started. The Know Your Kidneys tool, the Know Your Kidneys number tool, is really going to highlight some information about your kidney health now, your risk for developing kidney disease in the future, and how to slow down damage to your kidneys if you have kidney disease. So let's click to get started. All right, so there's 6 questions in this tool here. And the first question asks for an EGFR, which is a blood test. So going to Jane, her EGFR is 58. She recently had some blood work done about 6 months ago. And this is a great tool. As you can see, you can kind of expand if you want to learn more information about what an EGFR is, or you want to know where you may look to find your EGFR results. These drop-down menus can help guide you. The next question asks about a UACR or urine test, and Jane had hers done at her same appointment that she had her blood work done, and her UACR is 31. Similar to the EGFR, you can drop down to learn a little bit more about what this test result is and where you may find that on your lab report. The third question asks some information on family history. Does anyone in your family have a history of kidney disease, such as a parent, grandparent, or sibling? And for Jane, she does not. The fourth question asks about health conditions. And lists different health conditions. Jane has a history of high blood pressure. We'll check that. The fifth question asks about racial and ethnic groups. It asks, are you Black or African American, Hispanic or Latino, Native American, or Asian American? And Jane will answer yes to that. I do like to point out the reason that we ask this question is because these populations are at higher risk for developing kidney failure. And so by asking this question, we're able to provide you with more specific information regarding risk. And then the sixth question asks about age. So we'll add Jane's age in here. And then when you finish the tool, you get this results page. And the first thing that's highlighted here, it says, based on your lab test results, your kidneys may have moderate to severe damage. And then it kind of goes into some detail explaining further more about your EGFR and UACR. The great thing about this is you can download a more extensive report. So I will show you what that report looks like. But also on this page, you can find some information on just next steps to take. And if you want to take the quiz again, as you get lab values done, you can always retake the quiz. But going back to the report that this spits out for you, it's about a three to 4 page summary of just going really into some detail about your kidney damage based on kind of the lab results that you entered in. Give you some information on what do these results mean for your kidney health. And what I really like too is it gives you some kind of talking points to talk to your nephrologist or doctor, and encourages you to get a nephrologist if you don't already have one. And then towards the end, it has some great kind of information on how you can slow damage to your kidneys if that's applicable. I also like to point out that on all the reports, we have this QR code that you can share with your healthcare team so they can also kind of be informed on the kidney health guidelines and your kidney health results. This is a great thing that you can print out and take with you to the doctor as well. All right, so if we move back to the main landing page here, the next tool I want to go through is the Know Your Cause tool. And let's let that load here. All right, so this, it's going to really help you understand a little bit more about your diagnosis. So if we click on that, we'll go to the Know Your Cause landing page here for the tool. And this is a great tool. Knowing the cause of your kidney disease can help you and your healthcare team create a more informed plan to help manage your health. I do like to point out that this tool doesn't tell you the cause of your kidney disease, but it's really going to give you some great talking points and questions that you can ask your doctor and your healthcare team, and just helps you advocate for yourself. So let's get started on this tool. All right, so going back to Jane, let's answer the questions. So the first question asks, has a doctor told you that you have any of these health conditions? And we know from Jane's medical history, she does have high blood pressure. I will note you can also answer, I'm not sure, or none of the above if none of those match you. The second question here, have you had any of these tests for kidney health? And the great thing about this page here is you can also learn a little bit more about what these tests may mean if you're unsure. And for Jane, she did in the last 6 months have a urine test, and she also had blood tests done. The other options include a CT scan, a biopsy, or an MRI, which may be applicable to some as well. All right, so moving to the third question, this asks, have you had genetic testing to find genes that may be linked to kidney disease? And for Jane, she has not had genetic testing done. The next question, do any of your close family members have any of these health conditions? And close family members in this case include parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, and uncles. So you can choose all that apply. So you can take a look at this pretty extensive list. Now for Jane specifically, she has diabetes in her family as well as high blood pressure. All right, so the fifth question here asks, are you of Western or Central African ancestry? You may be of Western or Central African ancestry if you identify as Black, African American, African, Afro-Caribbean, Hispanic, or Latino. And so Jane will answer yes to this. All right, so once we finish the quiz, you get kind of a guide, a conversation starter guide. Similarly to the Know Your Numbers tool, you can download the report, which I'll show in a minute. But this is just a great kind of snapshot of kind of what the report summary will show you. It has some really good questions to ask your doctor. And then down here, a section where you can download the guide. So here is the PDF guide that will download, give you an example of this. So really great conversation starters here, questions on health history, on family health history that you can ask your doctor and start those conversations, on genetic testing, and has some really great links in there as well that you can click on. So this is really, I think, a great tool to print out and take with you, even take notes on as well. All right, and our last tool that I will be sharing with you is the Know Your Plan tool. And so if we click on this, the Know Your Plan, you know, if you think about the first two tools we talked about, the Know Your Numbers, kind of helping to understand your lab values a little bit better, and then the Know Your Cause tool, getting kind of some questions that kind of a plan, talk to your doctor about what could have caused your kidney disease. And then you might be at a place where you know, now what's something I can do to manage my kidney health, to manage my kidney disease. And this is a great tool whether you've recently been diagnosed or maybe you're someone that's been living with kidney disease for a while. Again, all these tools are really here to help empower patients, really give them resources and knowledge to help support them on their health journey. So let's get started. I'll take you through the Build Your Plan tool. This is 5 questions. And the first, it asks, which best describes your kidney disease? And for Jane, if we think back to her Know Your Numbers, she was told based on her lab results that she has moderate to severe kidney damage. Now, there is a box here for, you know, if you're not sure, or, you know, again, if your kidneys are working well. We also have different staging if that is easier for you as well. The second question asks, which option for managing your kidney disease are you interested in exploring? And you can choose more than one here. And these include lifestyle, medicines, dialysis option. Maybe you want to learn more about transplant or end of life or comfort care, or maybe you're not sure. So going back to Jane, she wants to learn more about lifestyle and medications. The third question here asks, which aspect of your health and lifestyle would you like to focus on? And I will note that just so we can provide you with some very detailed information, we only ask that you choose one here. I think it only will allow you to choose one. And the options are exercise and being active, managing mental health, managing health complications, balancing work, family, travel, eating healthy, sexual health, alcohol, limiting alcohol, or quitting smoking or using tobacco. And for this example for Jane, she wants to learn more about eating a little healthier. The next question asks, how would you describe your overall eating habit? And for Jane, she identifies with the fact that her eating habits could use more improvement. And then the last question asks, what factors are most important to you when considering treatment options? This could be long-term outcomes, quality of life, or independence. And for Jane, she really wants to focus on quality of life. All right, so when you finish this tool, this is kind of a personalized list of resources based on how you've answered. So you can see here, we have a link to download our CKD toolkit that has some really good information. Also some great articles and blogs based on, healthy eating and healthy lifestyle choices. There's some great recipes that are linked here. So this is a really great just way that you can get some good resources based on kind of what you're wanting to learn more about. And again, you can take this tool again to get some more information on other items if there is more than you wanted to click on. So the great thing is you saw me go through these tools is that you can use each tool separately or together, just depending on where you are in your health journey. And the great thing also about these tools is that it can also be used for individuals that have healthy kidneys that just want to learn more about their kidney health. All right, now I'm super excited about this next part to hear from our guest speakers. So I'm excited to introduce them. I will be introducing each of our speakers today who will be sharing their story and how the Know Your Kidneys campaign has helped them. So first of all, today we have Tamara Johnson, who will be sharing her experience with the Know Your Kidney Numbers tool. Tamara is a licensed master social worker with over 10 years of experience as well as a kidney health coach. She is passionate about helping others to be proactive versus being reactive in their lives. And then second, we'll hear from Ariana Barton, who will be sharing her experience with the Know Your Cause tool. Ariana was diagnosed with IgA nephropathy in 2022, and since then, she has been an active member of the patient community. She is passionate about legislative advocacy and hopes that she can improve health policy by sharing her story. And then lastly, we'll hear from Sandra Washington, who will be sharing her experience with the Know Your Plan tool. Sandra is an accomplished author of 5 books, the owner of MediHelps LLC, and the founder and CEO of CHLMS MediHelps Foundation. She's dedicated to addressing healthcare disparities and promoting an equitable health system. So thank you again for each of our speakers for being here. And I will now turn it over to Tamara to tell you a little bit more about her story.
Hello. Thank you so much, Ms. Patel. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the American Kidney Fund for allowing this opportunity to speak in regards to knowing your numbers. Excuse me. So first, I would like to say, when it comes to knowing your numbers, it is most definitely vital to know your numbers and just gain a better understanding of your numbers. And I believe that the American Kidney Fund is doing a great job with working diligently to provide that for our community. So thank you. I recently actually took the short survey, the quiz that was offered when it comes to knowing your numbers. And so once I took the quiz, it gave me basic helpful information about what the numbers could indicate. So that helped most definitely. And then it also generated the report that Ms. Patel showed that was quite, that went a little bit more in depthly about the numbers that I reported. And so, and might I add, not only that, but also I enjoyed that it has that downloadable 14-page, it's called the Kidney Disease Guide. And I really, really enjoyed having that as well as an option, as a resource, because especially working as a social worker in the community, working as a kidney health coach, that guide is most definitely a very helpful resource because you have so many patients who do not understand the basics. Even for myself, just a little short story about me. when the reason why I'm so passionate about it was because of my father. He actually passed away in 2013 at the age of 54 of chronic kidney disease. And so I did not know about the American Health Kidney Fund. I didn't know about this organization. And as far as just the basic information that I needed to know in regards to, I knew basic information, but I believe that if I would have known more about the American Kidney Fund, it would have helped me a lot with helping my dad when it came to understanding his disease, and even helping him make more as far as helping him to make an informed decision regarding his health. Because like I said, he passed away at the age of 54 due to complications of chronic kidney disease. So that 14-page guide is so helpful when it comes to just, it goes over from start of just basic kidney information, just knowing about your kidneys, knowing about your body, that is so helpful. And I actually have the guide with me. It's something that I carry around, have with me as well. And it just goes over multiple different things as far as when it comes to kidney disease and high blood pressure. My dad had high blood pressure, so it goes over that. Even when it comes to kidney disease and diabetes, the tests that can be ran in order to help you with those numbers, to get those numbers, and so that you can be able to better have that conversation with your provider, because I believe that is what it's about, is being educated enough, being knowledgeable enough, and having an understanding. So when it is time for you to talk with your provider, you're able to talk with them and with basic information, and able to get a better understanding from them. So I believe it helps as a guide to help that communication, it helps to have a healthy communication in regards to kidney health. So I truly believe that. I'm just grateful for that tool, especially that guide. As far as the benefits of it, it's very beneficial. Most definitely, I have been given this tool, letting other people know about the tool. And also, I believe that it's something that the community as a whole should learn about, and especially us healthcare professionals. I believe that just for us to try it out for ourselves, to get that report. Like I said, I got my report and I downloaded that, and also I downloaded the guide as well, because I wanted to be one to first try it for myself. And so I believe that it has done a great job with helping me be informed about my just health in general, but also to help others better advocate for themselves as well. So I am grateful for the Know Your Numbers tool. I truly believe that it's going to bless many. So thank you all for this tool.
Thank you so much for sharing that, and just highlighting how it's helped you. I think it's a good way to help empower patients just to learn more about things that they might not know about. And again, like you said, to encourage them at that healthy conversation with their healthcare providers. So thank you so much. Now we'll hand it off to our next speaker, Ariana. She will be sharing more about her experience with the Know Your Cause tool.
Hi, my name is Ariana Barton. I'm an AKF ambassador, and I am also a kidney disease patient. I was diagnosed with IgA nephropathy back in 2022. This was a couple of years before the Know Your Cause tool was created. And so at the time, I did not have the resources that are available to patients now. A little bit of background about my story and the process of getting diagnosed. It was quite a challenge for me to receive my diagnosis. It took 6 months from my first symptom until I was able to actually receive the diagnosis of IgA nephropathy. And during that time, my kidney function was steadily declining. So having access to a tool like this would have been really beneficial for someone like me. I was spilling protein, I was spilling blood in my urine, and the nephrologist that I was seeing at the time was convinced that I just had a chronic UTI. He and I weren't communicating very well, and we didn't have a good rapport or way of speaking to each other, basically. So I think that having access to a tool like the Know Your Cause tool would have helped me ask the right questions and have a better understanding of what I was going through at the time. I think a tool like this is going to be beneficial for so many patients. I think it's something that every patient should have in their toolbox. I've noticed that a lot of people don't actually know the cause of their kidney disease. You're maybe diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, but you don't know what is causing it, whether it's diabetes, whether it's high blood pressure, or in my case, a rare cause of kidney disease. And I think that it's important that we all know our cause, because once we know what is causing our kidney disease, we know what to look out for and the different things that we need to be focusing on and tackling with our nephrologist. So things like that opens up a different type of conversation about treatment options. It could even potentially open you up to a possibility of being on a clinical trial. Different types of tests that you may need, a biopsy, for example, in my case. And so I think that the Know Your Cause tool is probably one of the most important things that a patient can do as they're going through the process of learning about what's going on with them, what's going on with their kidney disease. And so I really appreciate that the American Kidney Fund is putting effort into educating patients about the different aspects of chronic kidney disease.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And, I know you mentioned just like if you had this, tool back then, just some of the questions would have helped you a little more. And, that's one thing I really love about the printout that you get is it has all the list of questions. Oftentimes when we're going to a doctor, we're going through, anything health related, it can be stressful. We might not know what questions to ask. So this is a really great tool for that as well. So thank you, Ariana. I really appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
All right, and then next I'm excited to hand it over to Sandra Washington. She's going to talk a little bit about her experience with the Know Your Plan tool. So excited to hear from you.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me, Ms. Patel, as well as the entire AKF team. What I would like to say is I initially started using the tool when I found out that I was, one, I'm diabetic, and two, I found out that I had chronic kidney disease. I didn't know where to look, and I was hearing so many stories. And being a research warrior by nature, what I did was I actually went and said, okay, well, I need to do some research to see what kind of foods I could eat and then see what else I could do as far as kidney disease, because not only just with me, but with my entire community, a lot of times we don't have good.
After the Tokyo Olympics, I was at the highest of highs. I went on Dancing with the Stars, moved to LA, and then after that I went to college. But I had to leave my second year because I did get sick. It was just really scary waking up with your face swollen, your body swollen. I had gained probably like 8 pounds overnight and didn't even know what was happening. At that time, my mind was racing because I did just announce my comeback for the 2024 Olympics, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to do, but having my doctor tell me that I wouldn't be able to compete again was so hard. I just started doubting everything. Anytime I looked at myself in the mirror, I would start crying because I couldn't really recognize myself. It just felt so lonely. The first time that I got tested, my doctors told me that it was allergies, and I looked at him and I was like, I'm sorry, I know you're a doctor, but this is not allergies. He was in shock that I said that, but I'm so glad that I did, because I then called other doctors and then we eventually got to the bottom of it. When I was told that it was something with my kidneys, I was super surprised. Before I got sick, I didn't really know anything about kidney disease. Like, I just never thought that it would happen to me. So I was just sitting there kind of like, what's going on? Like, I'm asking all these questions. And I mean, I get emotional thinking about it. I'm already tearing up. It was just such a hard... It was just such a hard year. And I'm so glad that I had everyone around me. There's just so much that comes with it, and I feel like you lose more than you gain, and nobody really realizes that, but you're not gonna get anywhere without the journey. You can't just make it straight to the Olympics. Like, you have to go through all of the things to get there, and I'm really glad that I was able to go through this because it just showed me how much stronger that I am. I think it's super important to know your kidneys, know your cause, because for me, I didn't know anything about kidneys. I know that if I struggle to talk about it and get the help that I need, I know that other people are, and I feel like that's the end goal, to help other people, to help manage it before it gets worse. I would say to advocate for yourself, use your voice, even when it's shaking, and trust your gut. You're the only person that knows your body. Get the answers you need, get the help you need, and create an amazing team.
That I was finding, and we were going over dietetic, what I can eat as far as being diabetic as well as kidney, and some of the things that were on that tool they weren't even aware of until I brought it up, and I was like, yeah, well, this is why it's important, and how in fact it was important, and what it was used for, what it was useful for. So now, armed with being a AKF kidney coach, I can now go into the community with tools and use those tools as teaching mechanisms, so that, they can't say, well, Sandra, you're just coming up with that off the top of your head. No, this is researched information that's available and is out in the field, so we can go over it and we can help more people. So that's where my just, my interest in AKF, the kidney tool, and the program, and know your plan. I picked diabetic, or I picked food, and I did diet, I should say. I'm all over the place. I picked diet, I should say, and I picked it for that very reason, is because I was more concerned with me, with my diet. And as I come across different people, they have different things that they're important, that they're interested in learning about. And this helps me to actually be able to help them, take them through the other tools as well.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I feel like we do hear a lot that the diet piece is something that a lot of people struggle with, just with all the information that's being thrown at them. And Kidney Kitchen is a really great resource for that. So thank you for sharing your story. We will also drop links here to Kidney Kitchen, so you can dive into more of the nutrition piece if that's of interest to you all. I do really appreciate all our speakers today for being here and sharing a little bit more about their journey and how these tools have helped them. To learn more about the Know Your Kidney campaign and to do the tool yourself, you can visit www.kidneyfund.org/knowyournumbers. So as this session ends, you should see a link for a quick survey in the chat box on the right. Please take some time to fill out this survey and let us know how we did. We appreciate your feedback as we continue to plan future sessions. Thank you so much again for tuning in today, and thank you to our sponsor, Travere Therapeutics. Stay tuned for our next session, which is titled Becoming a Kidney Health Coach. Have a wonderful day.
When I was 25, I was diagnosed with PKD, polycystic kidney disease. I had just given birth to my second son, and I didn't know what was going on. I was feeling some fluttering. I became so sick. I went into kidney failure, and I remember going in to see the doctors, and he was just letting me know I need to be evaluated for a transplant. I just didn't think it was gonna happen to me. I was just devastated. It seemed like every appointment, the doctors would say, hey, it's nothing that we can do. I got to this appointment with the urologist, and he just was smiling, greeted me warmly. He says, it looks like we can take care of this. We can remove not one, but we can remove both of your native kidneys. And in 2014, I was blessed with a kidney. What I want to do in this life that I have now is definitely use my gifts and my talents. I want to spread the word about kidney disease. I want to spread the word about transplantation. I just want to give back. So I was assigned a mentee. Her name is Shantae. Shantae actually was the one who told me about American Kidney Fund. She says, hey, you can go online. They have this class, a kidney coach program, and you can get this certificate and you can go ahead and educate about kidney disease. The light went on in my head. This is a great idea. I've got this information right at my fingertips and actually really learn at my own pace and be awarded with a certificate. Being a kidney health coach involves connecting with your community, connecting with friends and family, those that I work with, those that I worship with, and just educating and sharing about kidney disease. Lots of people in the southern region of the states are affected with diabetes and also high blood pressure, and especially in the minority community, we're at a higher risk of being affected by this. If you have any questions, let's place them there in the chat and I can answer it. A lot of people are crashed into dialysis. They don't know what was going on. They didn't even know that they had kidney failure. So by me educating and sharing my story, that will get people to maybe think, hey, when you go into your doctor's appointments, let me talk about this kidney disease. That will definitely help someone.
Hey everybody, I'm Tamara. I'm here in Athens, Georgia.
Well, being a kidney health coach brings me much joy. I go in and I share information about kidney disease.
So they've trained us really well to just do some education about the sodium.
I go out into the churches. I also share my story at the radio station. Also, I coach virtually. I meet people and they say, hey, you're Tamara. I saw you doing the educational class. And hey, thank you for doing that because I really need to know. I wish others knew that the Kidney Health Coach program was available, that it is at their fingertips. You can go out into the community. They give you lots of encouragement to do so. You can also do this online, so it's easy. If you've gone through kidney disease, you can include your journey to encourage others. That's what we want to do. We want to encourage others so that they can also be aware about kidney disease and know that this is something that you can conquer. You can defeat this.
I'm 7 years post-transplant. That means I'm 7 years out from my transplant, and I am doing very well, thank God.
I'm so grateful and enthusiastic about doing this. This is my second life, and I'm so excited about this second life. And I'm doing the best that I can to share the information. Without American Kidney Fund, I would not have the resources to share my journey and also experiences with kidney disease. Thank you, American Kidney Fund.